Valheim has been out for 5 weeks and it's sold 5.7 million copies of the game, and with it, it's brought a lot of questions to the Valheim community about what the devs are doing now that they've made a lot of sales. Some of our viewers have also mentioned that the dev team are buying Ferraris and selling the company and leaving the game in the dust, which, given just 5 people have been working on the game and brought it this far, I believe they really do deserve a little more slack. So having read through a recent post by Washington Post Online, which I will link below, it would seem that the team has actually been hard at work. There's even footage of the video with Henrik, the co-founder of Iron Gate Studios. Along with the 4 big updates we've covered in our last news video, Henrik goes on to talk about their stance on PvP as an official mode for the game, and he strongly believes that Valheim is a PvE game, but if the demand is there, then it might be something they will look into further down the line. As for combat, which a lot of you have been asking about, they feel that some of the enemies need rebalancing, and also certain weapons will need balancing too. Take for example, the bow and arrow right now is rather OP. Something Henrik wants from the game is for us to be able to learn how to defeat enemies similar to Dark Souls, and also know when to engage and when to avoid combat. The interview then took a turn at looking into the company as a whole and whether they'd consider merging it into another bigger studio. After all, going from a 5-person team to selling 5.7 million copies of the game in 5 weeks, it's a hard pill to swallow, and Henrik even mentioned that they're feeling quite overwhelmed at the moment, which is understandable. But it sounds like Henrik doesn't want the studio to be acquired, but rather they're expanding the studio themselves and are hiring another programmer, animator and quality assurance manager to handle the flood of incoming books. He then went on to mention that the great thing about keeping the studio small is that it reduces the time to implement the new features, and that they also have the freedom to make decisions very quickly, and they don't want their staff to feel like they're just another cog in the wheel of a bigger machine, but rather an important part of the team, and that they have their say on the production. So what's the next move for the team, I guess is the next question. Well, with a flood of bugs to deal with, that's what they're working on currently, and why we haven't heard much from them. But once they feel that the major bugs are quelled, they will be shifting to adding more content to the game, in the form of the aforementioned updates, which we covered in the previous news video, and they are also working on adding more content as fast as possible. But for more information in regards to that, we'll have to wait patiently. That being said, if you want to keep up to date with Valheim news, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you did find this video informative, then be sure to hit the thumbs up, as it really does help me out. Also, if you're not sure what to do now, why not check my Hobbit Home time-lapse build, or check out my 13 advanced build tips. We'll have more content in the next week. Anyway guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and thank you all to our amazing supporters. Most notably our Solar Eclipse patrons, The Calamity, Cerebral Tag, Trebor and JP Zone TV, as well as Matt Lipid, Chris McCabe and Lord of July, our Lunar Eclipse patrons, and our Blood Moon of the Day, Wreck-It Ralph. Anyway guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and as always, ciao for now.